everyone, I am so excited to be filming. I have not filmed in a couple of weeks. I'm probably going to film a video right after this one. I don't know which one is going to go up first. So you might be like, you just filmed a video, weirdo. But since I'm doing a get ready with me video, this one is going to be first. I accidentally broke my memory card. I had it in my laptop and I set my laptop down while I was on the couch and my laptop slid off the couch, and when it hit the ground it snapped the memory card, which I'm glad that it didn't do anything to my computer, but I have a spare, but I could not find my spare card anywhere. Like, I cleaned out my desk, I cleaned off my nightstand, and finally my husband said to me today, "Did you check your point and shoot camera?" And I was like, my point and shoot? Like, I haven't used it in such a long time. And I was like, well, where is it? So I had to look for that. I found my point and shoot camera and my memory card was in there. So yes. So anyways, I just wanted to sit down and film because I hadn't and I need to. So yeah. Whenever I do my hair, like, I have these little baby hairs that just chill out. Like, they never grow and they're always just kind of sticking their business everywhere and like frou-frou-y. I'm just gonna pull my hair back for a little bit while I do this. So I hope you guys are doing well. I haven't even been watching a ton of videos. Like, lately I've been trying to catch up on videos, but yeah, I was kind of like out of the loop. Even before I broke my memory card, I was just kind of like in a funk. I was just feeling really, like, I struggle with depression and anxiety, and sometimes it's worse than others, and I never really know like what sets that off. I think it just becomes a combination of things, but a couple people noticed that I hadn't been posting videos, and so I just was like, oh, you know, I'm just kind of struggling, but trying to figure out, like, sometimes it's hard, like when you don't know exactly what it is, or even if you do but you don't have a way to fix it, you know, like, and I'm on medication, and I think sometimes it's a struggle for me because I'm like, if I'm on medication, why do I still have like those issues? And so I think I need to go back to counseling, because I do believe that like therapy and medication go hand in hand. Like, if you're going to be doing it, because medication isn't going to fix everything. Like, it can help, especially if you're going through like a really hard time. It can help the really, really bad anxiety and depression symptoms, but you got to work on the inside, you know. And I hadn't been going to counseling in a long time, and I think that that's probably not a good thing. And if I want to, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Some people, like, and a lot of people do struggle with anxiety and depression and are talking about it a lot more, which I think is great. Some people still don't understand, and they'll be like, well, why don't you just do XYZ, or why don't you just do this? And it's like, if it were that easy, trust me, I would just snap my fingers and have it be so. But sometimes it's not that easy, and so you just gotta try and do it. So I've just been trying, you know. So there was that going on, and then my dad came into town. He was here for only 6 days, but yeah, I wasn't filming then, and it was really nice to have him here, and to see him with my daughter, because he doesn't get to see her. The last 2 years we were really lucky, and we went back to California, and so we got to see him over the summer, and we're not sure, like, we were pretty confident that we weren't going, at least not as long as we had in the past, and we weren't sure if maybe just I would be going or just for like a quick trip, but it looks like we might be able to go, and not for as long as last time. To be honest with you, as much as like I love going back, being gone for as long as we would go, like we would spend the entire summer in California, doing that and then coming back and trying to like reacclimate is really difficult. Like it just, yeah, it's just hard. So, but we might be able to go for a little bit. The other reason I'm a little hesitant to go for a long period of time is that my friend Stephanie is moving back to France this summer, and we're not sure of the exact day yet, or the date, or even the month. And I'm just worried that we'll go and I'll miss out on that time with her. But then on the flip side, I don't know how many times we'll have the opportunity to go back to California during the summer. So, because this year we weren't even sure, and we still don't know if we're going to be going. My husband had a meeting with his bosses today about it. Because when we go back to California, he works from the home office. And so that's why it's a possibility. And so, you know, they want him, like they definitely want him. They've actually asked him like what it would take to get us to move back so that they could have him, you know, in the full-time capacity that they had him when we lived there. So they do want him there, but like I said, it's just, I don't want to miss out on that time with my friend. And the reason why we'd be getting to go back this summer is because my best friend graciously offered to let us stay with her. Uh-oh. But she's getting ready to move. And so my dad and my grandpa live out there, but like they literally, my dad takes care of my grandpa, and but he's in a 1-bedroom place, so like it just wouldn't work. And yeah, so anyways, that's kind of what's going on. We're trying to decide, we have to decide whether or not it's feasible to do it. I don't know if anyone's even curious, but you might be like, why do you go back to California, or how do you get to go back to California? And what is happening, or what has been happening, is my husband works for a company in California, and that's who he worked for when he got out of the Marine Corps. That was the job that he had gotten. And when we decided to move to North Carolina, he told them about it, and they asked him to stay on. And we were coming out here because he wanted to go back to school, and it was more affordable for us to come here and be able to afford for him to go to school and afford for me to be a stay-at-home mom than it would in California, because it just is like near impossible to do that there. So they asked him to stay on. So he is on in a full-time or a part-time capacity. Sorry, my landlord is walking outside. He works for them part-time and goes to school full-time. And because he was in the Marine Corps, he gets what's called the GI Bill, and that it gives you a monthly stipend for living expenses. And that is pretty much how we pay our rent, is with the GI Bill. And then whatever money he makes from working is how we pay our other bills, like utilities and food and things like that. When he's not in school during the summer, we don't get that amount, or we don't get anything from them. So then that's like a large amount of money if it's paying your rent. So the last 2 years when we've gone back to California, he works for them full time, and that makes up for the VA money, VA payments that we were getting, we're not getting. So then it makes up for that. So while we're out there, we're paying rent for our place here, even though we're not living in it. So does that kind of make sense? So if we go out there, we need to see if we would actually be making enough money to cover plane tickets, and for us to still be able to like send back our rent checks. And also we had to rent a car last year so that he could drive to and from work. So it has to make sense. Does that make sense? I don't even know if anybody really cared to hear all that explanation, but that is that is how we get to go back to California. I don't know that we will do that next summer because we won't have a place to stay. There's no way that we could go out there and pay 2 rents. Because that was, somebody had asked me, like, why don't you just rent while you're out there? But we'd be paying rent here and there, and there's absolutely no way that we would be able to do something like that. I'm trying to think of what else. There's some stuff that I'm just not sure that, like, I'm ready to share yet, or if I should, and I don't know. But I've been feeling kind of, I guess, insecure. Like, lately I just feel like I don't fit in a lot of the time. And I know, like, I'm very blessed to have people that care about me, so I don't know, like, why I end up feeling that way. Like, I somehow feel like I'm inadvertently pushing people away, and that's really hard because I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling of not being liked. And if you don't want to feel that way, maybe you shouldn't, like, put yourself on the internet. It would be like what some people would say, like, why would you put yourself on the internet if you don't want to be disliked? Because inevitably, no matter what you do, somebody's not going to like you, or they're going to have an opinion about something. And I realize that. But I think, like, even in personal relationships, I just kind of feel like, fire truck is coming. So, I always thought that, like, those types of insecurities would go away when you become an adult, but they don't always do. But then I'll look back at, like, situations from when I was younger, and I will definitely, like, I'm definitely a lot better than when I was younger. But I don't know, that's kind of, like, in my blood, and I have to, like, remind myself that that's not the way that it is. But I also know that, like, I'm a very honest person, and I've gotten a lot better at verbalizing certain things, like being honest, but doing it in a way that's more acceptable, I guess. Like, but I'm still not good at it. I'm a lot better than I was, but I'm still not good at it. So when I try to explain my feelings, when I'm trying to be honest about something, I stumble over my words, and I can unintentionally hurt somebody or insult somebody. And so I think because I'm aware of my own communication weakness, I think I'm hypersensitive to the fact that I might hurt someone, but not on purpose, not because I want to, but just because I'm so bad at getting what I want across, like, I don't know. That's something that I've been working on and continue to work on. And, I don't want to send the wrong message with things. And I think that even though I'm extra careful, I somehow end up fumbling over my words or just saying something and it comes out in a way that I don't want. And that's just a work in progress, but I think that adds to, like, my, like, uh-oh, did I offend this person? And I think that, like, I talked some about, like, recent friendship stuff, and I think that's kind of part of it, where I'm like, oh no, like, who knows how this person really feels about me, and they're not saying it yet. And so that's something else I'm working on, because the other thing too is, like, I have my family and I have my daughter, and, like, most importantly, God loves me, even though I am very, very flawed and I have a lot of things that I could be better at. But I know, and this is something I think, like, a lot of people can do, is I think we're all harder on ourselves than how other people are. And so I have to also focus on the good things. Like, I know that I'm compassionate and loving towards people, and I have, sometimes I feel like it's a curse more than a blessing, but I'm very, very empathetic, and I think that serves me well in friendships, but it doesn't serve me well when it comes to, like, movies, books, and like stories. Like I don't even have to know somebody personally, but if I hear that something terrible has happened to someone that I've never even met, I get so depressed about it. And you know, so it's like it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, I think, sometimes for me, because I don't like to cry. Who wants to cry? I don't like crying. The other thing is I am working hard at my weight loss goal, or like get healthy goal, and I think I'll do a separate video about that. But I have made a little bit of progress. I've lost a few pounds. I have a lot more to go, but it's a journey for sure. And you know, it can be hard not to be impatient, but you know, took your time to gain weight, it's going to take you time to lose weight, and that's just how that is. What else? What else, you guys? Is this cute? Let's see. Is this cute? I'm like, oh, is this cute? Let's try this. What do you think? Is it cute? It's tinted lip balm. It's from Water Botanicals. Pink grapefruit lip balm. That works, I guess. All right. So I guess that was enough talking. That was randomy stuff. If you got to the end, thank you. I'm so excited to like have my filming stuff back, and then I can get stuff taken care of. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you're up to. For those of you that also make videos and that I subscribe to, like I'm trying to catch up with everybody and see what everybody is up to, because even just a couple weeks you start to feel behind, like, ooh, we gotta catch up with everybody. So yeah, I am excited to be back, and if you have any requests for specific videos, leave them in the comment below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye everyone.